Hey, what's up, party time, Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Y'all have to bear with me the next couple of days. I'll try my best. I apologize. I think I missed a day or two last week. Hey, it's been hectic. I appreciate y'all sticking out with that stuff. So everything's been still going pretty great. I appreciate all that stuff. Today's dope sleeves from Japan are going to be none other than this Eevee soda can one right here. Check this out. Like I said, amazing art, amazing product. I'm pretty sure this is actually based off of a product in Japan. They make all kinds of stuff. It is really hard to keep up with all the stuff they put out. It's almost like daily they run out some new Pokemon merch, and it's hard not to buy it all. But here's what I got. Check out those sleeves. They're super cool. Very fitting for any Eevee collector. Today on things you fucking hate to see, and you really do. You hate seeing stuff like this. We got a case of people on Reddit being excited about cards, and then come to find out that card's not exactly what they thought and not for the better. Hey, sometimes you find a card, it's some crazy cool error. It's like, whoa, that's super neat. I've never seen a card quite like that before. And then other times you just see a card and it's just like, God damn, you got your shit kicked in, you got robbed, and quite frankly, if you can get your money back for what you got, that's what you need to do. So what am I talking about? It's old Reddit. You can never be dry on Reddit. You're always going to find some nice, wet, delicious content on there. Check this out. So right here, we got a Reddit. It's going to be on the R Pokemon TCG. Still can't believe it. My proudest win. Won this in a bid when I started collecting last year, and it was just a random seller with miscellaneous stuff. Looking at its price today, it's insane I got this for the price that I did. So this is the Solgaleo and Lunala GX Secret Rare. This is the actual, this is not a Secret Rare. We'll get to that here in a second. So this card right here is considered a full art and an alternate art, depending on how you look at it too. This is one of the ones from Cosmic Eclipse. It was in Dream League. It's a beautiful card. It's got 2 tag team Pokemon featuring a trainer right there. Hey, everyone knows who a trainer that is right there. It's Lily. I mean, you can't fucking take 2 steps without being reminded that Lily exists in the Pokemon community. And hey, it's full art trainer. As someone like who likes collecting those, I like the Lily. I like the cards that goes for that stuff. It's a real shame when you look at it though, because the first thing I saw when I looked at this was like Secret Rare. Well, that's probably just a misprint because of all that stuff. So the way it works for alternate arts and things like that, especially for people that have been around for a second, most alternate arts that are not hyper rares are not secret rares. They're typically in the set, especially if they're standard Vs or full arts or something like that. Like actually your alternate arts in your GX era, most of those were actually still a part of your main set, and it was your rainbow rares that were considered your hyper rares, and those motherfuckers were your secret rares. It gets worse the more you look at it. I actually looked a little bit harder at the card, and you're looking at it, so I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but like the font just looks kind of off. It looks a little weird, like just right off it. So like anybody who's used a couple different like kinds of editing equipment, you kind of know what I mean. Like there's impact font, and then there's like a different font that's kind of like impact font. Like they don't quite have the rights to it, but they can make a font that looks kind of like it, but it still doesn't quite look the same. If that makes sense, it's like fucking like hammer font, like impact drill font. I don't fuck. It's a weird not impact font. It looks kind of the same, but it's not quite right. It's got like a weird shading to it, like it's like really like bold faced almost, opposed to like a real card. Some people are going to say things about the actual texture not being visible. It's really hard to actually see certain textures on certain cards, so I'll kind of give that a pass. But when you get down to the bottom, that's when you're like, ooh. I mean, it kind of has a weird sheen to it. But 254 of 236. So in Cosmic Eclipse, that is the secret rare version. That is the actual hyper rare. That's the rainbow rare version of this card. That is a fucking fake. And if you look at it next to the symbol, man, it gets worse because, like, yeah, that kind of looks like the Cosmic Eclipse symbol, but, like, here's the actual card. Here's a real one. See how it's not, like, so full, like, the lines around the circle. It almost looks like a full fucking circle around the little snowflake-looking thing, but, like, in the real one, it's just lines. It's fucking terrible. And then, of course, you see the actual number. So for the real card, it's going to be 216 of 236. Like I said, your full arts or your alternate arts, for the most part, in the GX era are not secret rares. That's going to be reserved for your hyper rares. And as you can see right here, 254 of 236. It really fucking sucks. The comment section is kind of going in on too, saying stuff like, is this really a win if the card's fake? What's the worst part about this shit is homie didn't fucking know, and that's where you feel real bad. I was working at GameStop like forever ago, and that was the worst thing I kind of had to do was tell a kid that all his cards were basically fake. He brought in this big-ass binder for trade day. He was super pumped. There was a few people that were hanging out there. He had quite a few cards in there that he claimed were real. You look at him, and then you just gotta, it sucks. It really does, but you gotta tell him so he doesn't get fucking scammed in the future some more. yo, bro, your cards are fake. Like, whoever got these to you, whoever traded these to you, is not looking out for your best interest. I really hope it's someone that you can, like, not trade from again, or someone that's not close to you, because that's fucking terrible. Like, how you got those cards. And he understood. Of course, he was sad. Gave a little homie a couple extra cards, just like, here's some real ones, here's some real version of that stuff. It was mostly like weird, like promos in English and stuff like that. A couple alternate arts. It fucking sucks when people don't know, because legitimately right here, this is the author. I legitimately had no idea. Thanks for letting me know. This actually sucks so much right now. So there's definitely some people out there who don't know. Some people kind of take an approach where I see where it comes from, where like, I don't have to fucking educate anybody about any cards or things like that. It's up to you to do some research. And yes, that is correct. I mean, like, you need to do your own due diligence. But as a community, I've always found it weird that some people will have that outlook instead of actually looking out for motherfuckers. Like, someone who did this is a person who genuinely doesn't care about this hobby. If you're willing to sell someone a fucking proxy card, and yes, of course, it was only like 18, 19 bucks, I guarantee on that listing it didn't say fake anywhere. They just sold some bogus cards. There was plenty of Rainbow Rare Hyper Charizards too. They're from like the GX, the Burning Shadows one. I saw so many of those proxy cards back in the day being made, traded around. It's a real crying shame. And that's why I'm kind of against proxy cards just in general. Most people say like, oh, they're great for practicing out on decks, doing the whole standard thing. Like, look, I get that. I 100% do. But it is far too easy for some piece of shit to grab some of those proxy cards, credit card them through their asshole a couple times, and trade them to somebody else for a legitimately good card, or try to sell them for a full fucking price. And it's crazy. You hop on Reddit, you see this stuff every now and again. And just for our community, I try my very best to make sure people don't buy illegitimate bullshit like that. I hate it. I hate seeing it. I hate seeing collectors do it. I hate seeing collectors fall for it. It's the only way they're going to learn, though. Everyone's fell for a scam. I've definitely got scammed a couple times, and just, that's how you learn, man. It sucks. Just be on the lookout for people. Hey, Reddit, come to the rescue for fucking once. It's good. Yeah. Old Cosmic Eclipse. And the more people come into this hobby, the more like new cards are showing up, the more alternate art craze, the more full art craze, the more grading starts popping up, because there's fake fucking slabs out there too. There's all kinds of fake bullshit. Just the more it pops up, the more people are going to have incentive to try to bullshit people. So always do your due diligence. If you got questions, ask someone in the community that you trust. Get that. I hate fucking fake cards. I fucking hate them. I really do. Like I said, be patient with me these next couple days. I will try. I've been trying my absolute best. Work's been weird, and then other things personally have also been weird. Try my best. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one, virgins. Fuck fake cards, and fuck people who try to sell them as real cards, knowing damn good and well that they are fake.